and its official new home. But we finally got a work area for the trucks and the cars and stuff. I'm shaking really bad at like 85, which makes sense because we actually did.
Saying that when you do get wheels, minus the Cummins.
Yeah.
Saw the money and got activated. Saw the money and got activated. Saw that money and got activated. I saw that money and got activated. Canada Goose. Keep me wearing my cold city. I got a pole with me. Glock cost 450.
Okay, so I obviously have some explaining to do. For those of you that have me on TikTok, you already kind of know about all this. I'm late to YouTube because I kind of wanted to make sure everything's played out and made sure everything was kind of finalized before I made this video, which as of right this second, it's not technically finalized, but I probably won't even upload this until it is 100% finalized. But this is our new shop. It is massive. I'm not sure if I've even made a video on here about the Miata. And if that's the case, I bought a Miata to flip it. I've been posting a lot about it on TikTok. Sold that car, yada yada yada. We bought an E36. Like, I'm sorry guys, like I haven't told you guys anything. I feel so bad. Bought an E36, got a new shop, and for those that don't know, I've been wanting an E36 for the longest time. I've also been wanting a giant shop for the longest time. So here we are. I do share the shop with Trey, which you guys know Trey. His Miata's back there. And Corbin, which I don't think you guys really know. I don't know if Corbin's been in any videos, but Corbin and Trey are both very good friends of mine. I've known Corbin since high school. I've known Trey for just about as long, not as long, but yeah, the first gen's here. The Miata, the hard body's right there, tucked away. BMW, which is the daily, obviously. We still have to get the dually up here. Obviously that's not ours, that's Trey's work van. That doesn't stay in here, it's just in here for right now. But we picked up an E36 too. Yeah, I feel like I don't want to talk about it a ton in this video. We'll make a separate video about this, but for right now in this video, I want to kind of show you guys around the shop. So it is right around like 4,000 or 5,000 square feet, maybe a little more. There's actually a whole nother side behind that door, way back there. Trey's Miata has 1, 2, 3 furnaces on the other. There's a third furnace on the other side, but there's 2 furnaces in here. Has AC, alarm system. It has a men and women's bathroom, 2 utility rooms. It's super dusty. It used to be like a carpenter shop, and it used to be a bingo hall back in the day. That's why all the bingo balls are on the walls. The dust is a real big issue that we've been trying to figure out. It's really bad. So anytime you try to sweep it, it goes in the air, comes back down. We have to get some sweeping compound and really scrub this place down because the dust is a pain in the ass. But walk back here some. So we got the men's bathroom right here, which I'm not going to show you guys because it's kind of, actually I'll just show you guys. This bathroom is kind of nasty. Mind you, we've only been here for like a week and a half, so we really haven't got to go through anything yet. This bathroom's pretty dingy and disgusting. It really needs some TLC. The carpenter that built half of this stuff should not call themselves a carpenter. My 8-year-old nephew could probably do a better job than this. I mean, this is terrible. It really is so bad. It's really so. I have not seen a wall or a board in this place level, so that's scary. Not to mention the plumbing is subpar, but it's a bathroom. So my favorite, honestly, part of the shop, which is kind of weird, but this bathroom is super cool. It just needs finished up, but this bathroom is sick. Has a shower. There's 2 toilets here. They had a venting issue with some of the sewage stuff, so they were trying to source where the smell was coming from, so that's why they tore this up. But as far as I know, everything is good with that. We just got to slap the toilets back on, fix the flooring, and put the stalls back in. But like I said, you know, plumbing subpar. You know, any framing work, terrible. I mean, look at this header up here. This header board, not even level. I mean, didn't even cut the boards to size, just, we'll just toenail it in. For any of you guys that do like construction or any carpentry work, like, you're cringing at this right now. Ceiling set, I mean, it's bad. It's so bad, but it's not my problem. It's got a sick mirror, super sick mirror. Cash doesn't really know what to do because it's so big. He's like, just wanders around. He hasn't really got comfortable here yet, but he'll get used to it. Watch out, Cash. So this is like the small utility room. Like I said, we haven't really set anything up yet. Ideally, this will probably be like where we wash our hands, stuff like that. It has hot water, which is sick. We got to figure out what's up with that thing, though. It's not getting fully up to temp. Cummins looks sick. Got this room, which we're probably just going to use for part storage. There's a light switch somewhere. Yeah, so this is probably just going to be storage for stuff. Yeah, that's really it in here. Alarm system stuff. There was a closet here we tore down, which you can see. Yeah, that's really it. We're kind of waiting for everyone to get their vehicles in here so we can start organizing where stuff goes. Like, the toolboxes are really just kind of thrown wherever. I plan on kind of getting rid of these 2 and getting one big bench top toolbox. Corbin still has to get his K5 up here, and he has a couple Jeeps. I don't know if he's going to bring them up here and keep them here or what, but the K5 is supposed to come up here, which I'm excited about because I love his K5. He just abandoned it and doesn't ever work on it, so if it comes up here, I'm going to force him to work on it. I just think the K5 and the dually sitting in that back corner in the first gen, like, goals. It's just goals. Look, it's just goals. His K5 is like freshly restored too. But yeah, I think that's for the most part really it. I know there's like some mention of possibly painting stuff. We don't really care to paint it, but you know, there's word that we might have to paint it. We're not really sure, but I'm just glad. I mean, heat, I can come in here and it's like room temperature. I'm not cold ever. Has a big door. But yeah, let's do a little quick run through with all the cars and kind of give you an update on everything and where they stand at, because like I said, I haven't made a video on here in a while. But I promise you, now that we have this, I'm back on the grind with this. I've just been grinding a lot on TikTok, but the algorithm on there is so trash. Like, it's literally so, like, it doesn't even show your videos to, like, I would say it shows your videos to probably 25% of your audience. Like, I have 40,000 followers on there, and I guarantee you probably 10,000 of them see my videos, which is super frustrating, but it is what it is. So yeah, let's go through the vehicles that are here and talk about plans, what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna draw this out, just gonna be a quick little overview. We'll even go over what Trey plans on doing with his car and stuff, So the plan for the first gen this winter is finish up the paint stuff. I don't know if you guys remember, but we kind of just painted this thing and never polished it, never buffed it down, wet sanded it. Didn't paint the hood yet. We're still waiting on our new doors, so it still has the dented up doors on it. Got to mount the front flares, but we're not gonna do that till we finish painting. That's it for the paint stuff. We'll probably have to get the far from stock upper control arms because we're maxed out on our camber adjustment, so it looks like it has worn out ball joints all the time. We are going to completely rewire the truck. Literally like 90% of the gauges in the truck aren't working. The wiring is just so trash on this thing, it's actually kind of embarrassing. But this winter, especially with the space now, we're gonna probably just tear the whole factory harness out of it and rewire the entire truck, wire in a fuse box, all that fun stuff. And I think that's kind of really it for this thing, as long as it doesn't break or nothing crazy happens. We've really been kind of putting it to work lately. We hauled both Miatas up here with it, been driving it back and forth, getting parts and stuff like that. So it's been being used as a truck, which makes me happy. So onto the hard body. The hard body, we are still doing the frame swap on and the S13 rear subframe conversion, along with boosting it. Really the only thing I've been waiting on is, like I said, getting everything organized and figuring out where it's going to be, so that way I know like where I can tear apart stuff. Because the hard body, for a second, it will probably take up a decent amount of space, just because I'll have to put the frame in front of it, you know, lift the cab off it, all that fun jazz. But you know, really just waiting to finalize things before I tear any cars completely apart to where they're immobile. But this thing still runs and drives. Frame is completely broken. I mean, it just drags on the ground. It is what it is. But yeah, I have everything to turbo it except for the oil drain feed for the pan, an AR gauge, and a clutch. We got to get all three of those things, and obviously we have to get the S13 rear subframe, but everything else we have ready to go. All we have to get an intercooler and piping too, but that's nothing but a thing. And yeah, we can start tearing this thing apart pretty much ASAP. So that's that. Trey yanked the engine out of his car kind of earlier than he expected. He originally was going to wait a little bit, but he was going to turbo the car, but waited, or decided that he wants to keep it kind of stock and learn to drift on a stock setup, which I totally agree with. The less problems, the better. And you know, especially learning drifting. But he's going to reseal his engine. He's going to do some angle, you know, angle mods, you know, deuce kit. I don't know everything, but that's kind of the gist of it. Yeah, so that's all for Trey's car, really. The Beamer, we put new wheels on. It really just needs an alignment and a valve cover gasket, and that's really it for that thing. E36, which is definitely going to be a drift car. I'm not going to really talk too much about this. I'll make a separate video on it. And then Trey's other car back here. Let's go back here. This Trey originally bought this to he was gonna make like a stance car / daily out of it, because it is like power windows, like it's the nice power windows, power mirrors, all that fun stuff. Got the car. I don't think he's even tried to really start it. He tried to start it once and it caught on fire and burnt my arm. But I think he ended up finding that it was a little bit rustier underneath than he thought. So he's just kind of holding off to mess with that. He mostly just sat outside because he didn't want to start two projects because he didn't have the space, but now he can kind of peck away at that as he pecks away at the other car. And then Trey's Tacoma, which was just in here, is just being driven. So Corbin in the K5, I don't know anything about it actually. So the Blazer's in here because he's doing some type of maintenance with it. Not really sure what. But yeah, that's really the update on the stable. The dually, we are gonna come and swap. So as soon as it gets up here, we're gonna yank the engine out of it and sell it, buy a 12 valve and start mocking that up. That should be super easy, which it probably won't be because I said that. But yeah, guys, that's it. New shop, new builds, progressing the best we can. Pumped. I'm super pumped. We Max Out Mafia is got some new hoodies and stuff, so maybe I'll put the website down below. Go buy a hoodie. Yeah, we've been taking in some customer work. I just had a hard body not too long ago, but the guys have been bringing it back to pretty much do a full build on it. He kind of got bonked over on some stuff with body panels and whatnot. But he wants to bring it back to me. I'm putting a new bed on it, put bumpers on it, lights, possibly talk him into lowering it, because I know he wants it to kind of look like that. He wants to build a show truck. But then I got a couple other people that want me to work on their cars. I just trying to get settled in here first, and we can really take Maxed Out Mafia to the next level. So I think that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. Just really wanted to give you an update, and stay tuned for the E36 video. I think we're actually about to go pick up an engine for it right now, so deuces.